There is the beautiful wheel that we have in store for you. And do you know what? I'm going to spin it because I want to get right underway.
There we go.
What's it going to be? Miami or Imola? Imola!
Oh.
Everyone knows it's my favourite track, as you all know. And the second choice is...
Imola.
Very strong Kota. That's a very
Kota,
nice track. We
on.
love a Kota. We absolutely love it. We've got a Ferrari 1-2 in real life, and now are we going to have one in game? We'll never know. But we'll spin it. We'll see what it's going to be. For the final time, for the first mystery on the season, it's going to be Miami. Not bad. Not bad. I think it's slightly better on this game, but I don't think anyone practices it. So, thoughts? Oh, God.
There we go.
We're going to spin the wheel. Let's have your predictions. Let's have your thoughts in the chat. And it's going to be, for the first mystery on the season, it's going to be...
Come on.
The Circuit of the Americas. There we go, folks. That is your track today. Is it a W in the chat, guys? W, yes, yes. I think we've got majority Ws with that one, and I'm happy with it because that provides some very nice racing, a very good qualifying.
To the left-hand side, and then once more again. A bit iffy on the exit there, but he caught it. I have seen better, but maybe Hepworth can still put a decent time on the board. Round the final corner, up towards the line. DRS to help him. It's P5 and a 2/10 improvement.
Nice from Hepworth. Top 5 so far in qualifying in his debut race here in Tier 1 this season in Season 10. JTK, is there any more time in it from the Ferrari? It looks like he absolutely nailed it on his previous lap, but look at this corner cutting. He's perfectly obeying track limits, and he's currently just slightly down in Sector 1. Is the time in Sector 2? We'll have to wait and see. Here we go. He's going to head down to turn 11. It was already a huge lap on his second lap in qualifying. He's going to glide that Ferrari around turn 11. He's going to put his foot down, and he's going to get to that DRS line, crack it open, and he's going to head down to turn 12. Is it going to be an improvement in Sector 2? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Look, he nailed Sector 3 last time out. But is there any left in Sector 2? Here we go. He's going to fly across the curb beautifully on the power. And is it an improvement? It is an improvement. Purple in the middle sector. He's a 10th up on already a perfect lap. Jensen Ralston improves, but it's not by enough to gain a provisional pole. It's a 1,000th down. That is very, very close in qualifying. Reuters Luber puts it in P3. Can JTK extend that gap at the top? We've still got Flume, Ben Huskins, and Icky Robbo on a lap who can properly challenge for JTK's place. But here we go, final corner. Flume goes P3. Can JTK improve and stop anyone from having any sort of chance to grab pole position? He can improve. He's a 30.3, and that's absolutely stunning. Ben Huskins has to go into the pit lane. He does not improve. He goes P5 in the end there. Funderino P6. But JTK, that is the man who you need to beat in the race, because that was an absolute beautiful qualifying. His second one was nailed. Already had pole from that, but that third one was absolutely sublime. That Sector 2 and Sector 3 was absolutely perfect. A 30.3, and is ahead of Jensen Ralston by a 10th and a bit. Lovely stuff from the Ferrari of JTK, and that is qualifying over. Here we go then. Mystery round number 1 then. JTK on pole position. We've had 4 different winners in 4 different rounds. Is it JTK's day? Here in round 5, it's 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. JTK gets away very well. Can he cover off Jensen Ralston up to turn 1 in the McLaren? JTK, is he going to lead into turn 1? Yes, he is. It's a beautiful start from the Ferrari, who nailed qualifying so far. At the back, we're going to have on squabbling for positions, 3 wide at the back there, but JTK still leads the way very comfortably. 2 tenths to Jensen Ralston, but people going side by side, heading round the S's in Sector 1, but so far I think we've had a spin of Funderino, heartbreak for his second race in F Sedan, his first full-time seat race. But here we go, JTK finishes Sector 1 in the lead by 3 tenths of a second. We're heading down to Sector 2 now on the back straight. Are we going to see some more moves? Ben Huskins moves ahead of the fallen. Who's fallen? Flume down to P11. So poor start for Flume. Ben Huskins is very, very deep at turn 11, and he's now under pressure from Icky Robbo. Icky Robbo trying to go down the inside, but we're going down to turn 12. Can anyone make an impact on JTK at the lead? We've got 3 wide behind. Who's that? Reuters Luber trying to go for a move. Here we go, down the inside. Nanu, Flume, and Nanu, Ikirabo, and who else is that? Ben Hoskins. But Nanu, with a lovely move on them both, heads into P4 at turn 13. Lovely stuff from Nanu. And Ben Hoskins is still under attack, now heading round turn 15. But so far, JTK leads the way. But Ben Hoskins under pressure. He finally makes a move, and he's now going to get set sights on Nanu ahead. But crazy first lap.
Let's see, can the McLaren challenge the Ferrari then as we head down towards the end of the second sector, and the McLaren is challenging the Ferrari. Jensen Rowson takes the lead then from JTK and is leading the American Grand Prix. It is Jensen Rowson ahead. It is JTK second. That is Voices Luva in P3. Lovely stuff, and the McLaren leads.
Yeah, Voices Luva putting the pressure on JTK as well, heading into turn 15. But, oh, where's he gone? Voices Luva. Bit of a screen freeze and he's lagged behind. That's unfortunate for Voices Luva. He said that was an issue as, yeah, Voices Luva suffering from it again. Is now back with Nanu and Ben Hoskins, this pack here. So needs to get a move on to try and regain that time. But, yeah, not ideal for Voices Luva. He won last week. He did have a few screen freezes, but, yeah, again, here today. Running up to turn 1, he's been cost by these screen freezes again. He's now down fighting with Nanu. Here we go, 0.5 of a second. JTK is using a bit of battery and he's going to get in that slipstream. He's going to enable that DRS. He's going to surely past, heading into sector 3. There we go, flies past and into turn 12. Before the braking zone, JTK is back in the lead this race. I think this is going to be a fight that lasts for the rest of 25 laps, we hope. But behind we have got the Red Bulls of Voices Luva and Nanu getting close up behind with the rest of the train, with Ben Hoskins, Ikirabo, Hepworth, Mick Schumi, Liam Doherty, Zachary Munn. N-Life's just got back in this battle with Jack Carlos, Make, Thunderino, Mark Noble, Seth Martin, and CSGO Pusco, Atom, Gary Freeleg. Van Flume is the only one not to be in this large DRS train. But can they help each other out? Can they try and gain back up to Jensen Rowson and JTK? Already both of them coordinating very well to try and just gap the cars behind, but JTK sets the fastest lap of this race. Is the McLaren going to respond? It's already close enough going into turn 1.
DRS will get wide open for Ferrari, and once again really get the overtake, take the lead of the race. Yes, he will, down the inside, JTK, and is ahead of the McLaren once again.
Here we go then, this lap. Ben Hoskins is close enough, or is he? He's still defending from Ikirabo, but does get the move done on Nanu, where Ikirabo putting the pressure on Nanu as well. But Ben Hoskins comes out on top. Can Nanu protect himself from the racing Ferrari of Ikirabo round the outside? He's trying to defend this one, but I don't think he can. Or he has. Lovely job from Nanu, holding it around the outside of Ikirabo and keeps P5, so he needs to put the pressure back on Ben Hoskins. But on this lap, Ben Hoskins got back in DRS of Voices Luva. I think Nanu must have just dropped out. That's what put him under so much pressure heading into turn 12. But Ben Hoskins finally does get past his man and is now on the back of Voices Luva. Can these two try and work together to gain to the leading Ferrari and Red Bull of JTK and Jensen? But at the minute, it's Ferrari, McLaren, then Red Bull of Voices Luva. DRS enabled, as we'll see the McLaren once again absolutely fly past the Ferrari of JTK and back into the lead. Jensen Rowson goes. And the cars behind then, Voices Luva under pressure from Ben Hoskins. Can he make a move? Stays behind on this lap though. Ikirabo under pressure from the Red Bull of Nanu. Yeah, has to stay behind on this lap, but Ikirabo does make the move nice and comfortably. Mick Schumi trying to put a bit of pressure on as well. Hepworth watching this one from behind. We'll see. Heading into turn 15. Bit of contact between the pair. Like you said, Hepworth trying to get them both. Can't get the power down, but still with the inside line goes Mick Schumi, and he keeps this one, you know. I think he's going to keep it anyway. Heading into turn 19, we don't see many moves, but yeah, nicely done from Mick Schumi. Also gets past Nanu, so poor lap from Nanu. Hepworth trying to go for a move, threats a move into the final corner, but has to stick behind, so Hepworth under pressure. Putting pressure on Nanu, should I say, as he's getting closer, using battery, and Hepworth in his first tier 1 race, he's flying past into P7 in tier 1 at turn 1. Lovely stuff from Hepworth. Is into P7 on for good points. He does have a penalty though, we'll have to keep that in mind, as Nanu is now getting overtaken by Liam Doherty and Zachary Munn. So all went from bad to worse for Nanu, who is now on the fringe of scoring points.
But you can look at it the way that we're going to see it every lap. But of course, also, it does show the consistency of both drivers and actually how good they are to keep racing at this exact level each lap they go around. But behind as well, Ben Huskins and Voices Luber down the inside. Ben Huskins sends it, and the Mercedes is up into the podium positions, which is lovely to see, and finally making his way up and through the pack. The gap is 3.6 seconds, 3.7 seconds to Jensen Ralston.
Then Thunderino with that error earlier on, down to P10 still in the points though, so we'll see what happens there. But Liam Doherty, I think the first to pit. Jensen Ralston, JTK, both in the pit lane, as we'll see who isn't going to pit. I think Ben's in the pit, sorry, as well. So yeah, there we go. Top 4 in the pit lane. As Mick Schumacher, I think he's going to lead a lap here in COTA. So there we go. Came out the exact same. Jensen Ralston, then JTK. Ben Huskins does stay out, sorry, as he's leading the race currently. So yeah, at the minute, the Mercedes is leading, going for the overcut then.
We're on lap 12 out of 28. And battle going on here, so I wasn't even looking. I was looking at the side. Voices Luber gets through to P5, 3 past Mate. Can he stay ahead? Make it a 3-second penalty. Oh, and contact as well, and then he going around. That was a pretty big tussle there. But where is he? Where has Ben Huskins come out? P8, there he is, P8. He's come out in P8 and 7 tenths behind Gary Freeleg. Hepworth gets a 3-second time penalty in this race. And your leader at the moment is Nanu, and then JTK and Jensen Ralston. Still waiting on Nanu to pit. But then after that, JTK and Jensen Ralston back again to the top. And then Seth Martin's there as well, unless Seth hasn't pitted either. But Voice does get through up into P4, as you can see just now. And there he goes. Behind that as well, Ben Huskins having a bit of a scrap with Gary Freeleg. Gary Freeleg in P6, Ben P7 and Make in P8. The two Mercedes find themselves together, and Gary Freeleg pulls over to the side. The two Mercedes go through, and they all move up 1 position. Lap 12 out of 28. And maybe we'll see some more pit stops on this lap. We'll just have to see as we head round towards the pit lane now. Up towards the top again, Jensen Ralston takes the lead once again from JTK and the McLaren leading this race. Seth Martin gets a 3-second time penalty in this race. And yeah, these two at the front are doing an absolutely superb job. As behind, anything going on? Not really too much at the moment. Liam Doherty, P7, and behind that, Nanu, Zachary Munn, Thunderino, I think, has got through to P. Has he got through or has he dropped down? I'm not sure. I think Nanu. Oh, never mind. Nanu up to P8. Even noticed that. He's got through past Zachary Munn. Zachary Munn down in P9 now. Lovely to see. And the Red Bull has finally been set free to P8. Of course, moving back behind the big pack of drivers that we've had the whole race. Hepworth, can he finally get the move done on Icky Robbo? Yes, he can, down the inside, and the kick Sauber is through up into P5. That is lovely stuff for Icky Robbo down in P6, and then Liam Doherty, of course, and I think Zachary Munn and Thunderino having a scrap down the inside. Zachary Munn trying to get through, and also the Williams as well. He's on the scene. Mick Schumacher, where has he come from? Down the inside now of Thunderino. But ahead out of that one is Zachary Munn, and he is very, very happy with that indeed, because he get ahead and doesn't have to deal with the scrapping that's happening behind him, because Mick Schumacher and Thunderino have just got the back end of that, and now them two having a scrap. End life with the 3-second penalty, but round the final corner onto the main straight, and trying down the inside. Thunderino, can he get through? The Alpine doing his best, and he's down the inside and he's through. Thunderino past Mick Schumacher. Lovely to see. Zachary Munn, who was ahead, has found himself down behind both of them in P11. We'll see. Can he overtake or can he not? I think Jensen Ralston might have done it again, has he? Or can the Ferraris try and challenge? No, he cannot. Jensen Ralston has done it for a second time. And coming around now to start lap 26, and not long before this race is done, Jensen Ralston might just be finding his footing on how he can try and keep JTK behind him.
Is this a game for JTK then? Is he staying behind so he gets a DRS on the final lap? That's what I'm thinking, because I feel like he was close enough there. None of them are using battery, both of them saving. JTK, I think, yeah, saving easily. As Jensen might have used a bit of battery in the final sector there, but will definitely regain if JTK keeps staying behind. And this is actually enabling Voiters-Luva to catch up by just under a second a lap, I'm sure. So yeah, Voiters-Luva, you never know. If these two keep going at it like this, JTK keeps tactically staying behind for that DRS in the latter stage of the race. Voiters-Luva could be in with a shot, as we'll see what happens here on lap 26 out of 28 then. Here we go then. DRS games may just begin. JTK up to turn 1 is going to stay behind. But look at the gap to Voiters-Luva. 1.8 seconds. Is Jensen Rouse going to hold him up in sector 1 to try and get the DRS on the exit? 1.6. It's coming down to Voiters-Luva. Can he put any pressure on to try and cause a bit of a mix-up in this fight for the race win? But 4 rounds, 4 different race winners. Can JTK be the man to make it 5 rounds, 5 different race winners? He was absolutely flying in qualifying, and he's going to be flying across the line in P1 in the race. We'll have to wait in and see, but here we go. Down to turn 11, it will be JTK, the man with the DRS, and it's a 10th and a half going into turn 11. It's so close between the pair. It has been all race long, but who's going to have this one? McLaren versus Ferrari. Red Bull cannot challenge in Voiters-Luva, who won last week, but here we go. JTK is getting the outside line into turn 12 and he's going to be leading the race heading into the final sector then, but JTK takes the lead. He has managed this absolutely perfectly, was flying in qualifying, but has Jensen got anything left in this final sector? Try and get through. He's had a poor exit going into turn 15, another great overtaking place, but at the minute JTK in sector 3 is flying in the lead. He missed out a chance, whoever's left the race there, not sure what happened, but here we go. JTK missed out a chance in Canada, 4 thousandths behind to the line. Jensen took it away, the reigning champion, but JTK's day is going to come. He's going to come around the final corner and he's going to make it 5 rounds, 5 different winners. JTK, he wins in COTA. Lovely job from the Ferrari. Jensen Rouse has to set up a P2, but lovely games from JTK. Stays in the DRS for the final lap and he wins the fight. He wins in COTA, the first mystery round of the season, but JTK finally does get that race win. And is this his start to the championship? And is this going to ignite him to try and cause a bit of a challenge to Jensen at the minute, who still leads the championship by a few extra points, as Ben Huskins only gets P4, but Voiters-Luva manages his race very well, gets P3. I don't know what it could have been without that screen freeze. It could have been definitely involved in that battle for P1, but lovely job from himself. We'll go round the rest of the order as well. Icky Robbo in P5, Mick Schumacher in P6. Another great result from the Williams. Nanu in P7. Hepworth does get points in the end, even with the 6 seconds. He gets P8, so lovely job from the Kicksauber. As that is a race over, but what a race. 5 different rounds, 5 different race winners. JTK keeps the trend alight.